Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Counselor's Office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, and we are back. I'm not doing like that crazy of an intro, but we're doing Bungie's end of the year 2024 developer update. There's a couple things I thought was interesting, and I do want to kind of cover it. I am going to do my cheat sheet, and we're gonna jump right into it. So this article is by Robbie Stevens, assistant game director for Destiny 2, who shares that Destiny 2 team is focusing on developing Codename Frontiers. That's the main focus for the future. If you want to know what that is, essentially it's going to be 2 mini expansions with apparently 4 free seasons. We have no idea what that looks like. The new destination is Codename Apollo, is content complete. For those who want to know, that the basics of it is pretty much done. This is usually where game developers go and they start polishing the game, they start fine tune it. The fact that they are already done has me a little concerned. And I'm going to say that right now. I am actually concerned because the game is currently a hot, buggy mess. And you're telling me that the main part of, like, we're not even over episode 2. And we haven't gotten episode 3. And you're telling me the Codename Apollo is done. Okay. We're going to see how that goes, Chief. The team is refining its non-linear campaign and Metroidvania gameplay, which is going to be interesting. They're also working on the core game portal, new activities, modifiers, and next-gen gear with regular playtesting and community summits planning for feedback. Here's my deal. This all sounds great on paper, especially with the fact that ChatGPT summarized this for me because I'm lazy. The core game portal sounds nice, but nothing that they've talked about so far is a game changer. Nothing that they've talked about seems, wow, man, this is new Destiny. It just seems more like a dial back and maybe fine tuning, but nothing like screams, this is going to make the game better. Maybe I'm being, I don't know. I'm being pessimistic, but nothing that has come out from Destiny currently is giving much hope when everything is a buggy mess. Then they talk about having summits. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I want them to just, can we do like small like beta tests at like conventions and have people, casuals, have actual like gamers come and play the game and say, hey, can you test this out? Let's play this, try this out. Or can we do test servers like Rainbow Six Siege has test servers? There's other games that do it, but Rainbow Six Siege is the one I used to play that they would always have a special test server. I think Diablo 4 also had test servers as well before, like for the beta and stuff like that. There is things that you could do where you can invite people, like they can have access to account information. They can see who are avid gamers. They can see who's new. Send out and give them like make a portal like Rainbow Six. They have their own little thing where you can boot up and play the game in this special mode that obviously it's going to be locked. You can lock like players' accounts to very specific things, but just have them try out just the basics. Just try it out, dip the toes and see whether or not they like it. I am tired of having streamers whose job is to play Destiny and stream Destiny. That's how they make money. They're literally living advertisements for Destiny. And you think, oh, well, that makes sense for them to be part of it. No, because they play for a living, whereas your consumers, the people who you want to advertise to, are the 9-to-5 Andys, the veterans who have a full-time job but still play this as their dedicated game. Hello, that's me. I have a full-time job, and yet I still play Destiny a ungodly amount. In fact, there are streamers who get invited to these summits, and I have more hours played than they do. I'm just saying. And no, I don't ever expect to be invited to a summit. Honestly, I would do it just for the meme of it, but I would laugh my ass off if I ever got invited. But that's besides the point. I think if they did open beta portal testing, whatever you want to call it, you know, Siege has their own test servers where the community, people, you can choose, handpick people who you think would be a good fit to try out the game. That is, their job is not Destiny. And that's my problem. I think getting ideas from content creators is bad because their mindset is, I need to make content, not I'm playing for fun. Sure, can they enjoy and have fun while playing content? Yes, but they're going to want things revolved around content. And this is coming from someone who literally makes news videos about Destiny 2. And I can still tell you that you don't want to take advice from people whose job is to make content for entertainment purposes, because that's all they're going to focus on. Is it entertainment from my side versus is it enjoyable from the actual player side? All right, moving forward. The team is hiring gameplay specialists from the community to assist with testing the new progression and systems. Communication on Codename Frontiers will pause temporarily as the team gathers feedback and continues refining the game. So they're essentially going into the dark. They're going to come back to us once they're, I guess, done fine tuning, and they're going to give us more information. What's crazy to me is, again, they're hiring gameplay specialists from the community. Again, what does that mean? And why do you have to hire people? You know how free it is. Like, here's the deal. We are already beta testers for this game. All of the things the community, the wait gates, all the bugs that have continued to happen, we are beta testing Destiny 2 currently. You might as well just make it a server so that people can at least voice their opinions on the future of the game that they're being forced to beta test. At least make it an option to volunteer. Like, that's my thought. Like, they are already doing all this for free. You might as well make a server so they can test the new stuff, and then they can tell you whether they like it or not. It's for the community. It should be by the community, and you should take the advice from the community. But when you have money involved and it's someone's job, which you think Q&A, sure, that makes sense. But I still think, and most good games have some form where the players are involved and they can give feedback before the final product comes out. But that's just me. All right, we go to the segment Breaking Bones. Destiny has a long history of reinventing itself in response to community feedback and the expectation of players. Are we really meeting the expectation of players? Are we really? Because I don't think anyone expected a buggy mess. And yes, I'm harping on this because this is the buggiest year we have had. This is the new year of episodes. This is their new format that they tried and has already failed. Now you're telling us we're going to back to seasons, but we're also going to a new format where it's 2 small content updates. You're telling me I have to have faith that is going to solve miraculously the problem. The fact that this has been the buggiest year we have ever had. The game is on a decline both in player base and in quality, and you're going to tell me that you're taking player feedback. You are addressing the issues. You are doing what's necessary. And now you're hiring people to actually play your game. Now, after the game is shitting the bed, now you're deciding, hey, we should maybe, try to make the game better. Recent changes, such as the Vesper's Host Dungeon race, have been well received, offering the right balance of challenge. However, some changes, like weapon crafting and Revenant tonics, didn't meet expectations, leading to some planned adjustments. Tonics will have longer durations and better payouts. All pressure will be addressed in the future. Yeah, so they addressed the fact that, with all this constant update to seasonal gear and the fact that now it seems like they are indeed rolling back crafting. I'm sorry, you crafties out there. This is the new future, the new. It seems like crafting is taking a back seat. Whether you love it or hate it, that's not what I'm here to kind of talk about. The point is that's the plan, is they're rolling back crafting. It seems like that is going to happen in Heresy, but they said that they're going to try to make tonics actually be worth anything, which is interesting. Additionally, we've been evaluating feedback from Revenant's content rollout, and we've made changes to Heresy that strike a better balance between everything dropping on day 1 of an act versus meaningfully reasons to return throughout the episode. We're taking an approach where the vast majority of activity content will be available on the first day of an act, and subsequent weeks will add or evolve the content based on the story. Also, we're adjusting the act rollout schedule so that there will be less downtime in the gameplay calendar later in the episode. Heresy will be our last season in episode format. The team has taken some big swings to create new activities that evolve throughout the episode and create big secrets to uncover on the Dreadnought. Why the fuck are you wasting time? I don't understand. We are not using this format anymore. Why are you trying something new? Why, and when I say something new, why players just want you to release everything, to play the beginning to the end, which is something that they are doing supposedly with the new changes in Frontiers, is that you're going to be able to play from the beginning to the end. You play at your own pace. There's no time gates. So why the fuck are you wasting time trying something new when the solution is just make it to where we can play how we want to play when we want to play? I'm glad the activities are not time gated, and apparently they're going to evolve, which sounds like an interesting concept that would have worked if it was the very first thing you did. But why? Now it's like such a stupid thing. Just release the fucking game complete. Just no one wants this weekly time shit. I'm sorry, I'm swearing, I'm dropping some F-bombs, but it's frustrating. How do you go from Destiny has a long history of reinventing itself in response to community feedback and the expectation of players? You know what people wanted to reinvent? The time gates. They wanted it gone. And we've said that since seasons begun. Time gates are the bane of existence. No one likes time gates. So reinvent that off the fucking map. It is so annoying that they say one thing. And this is why you don't trust Bungie. This is why I'm cynical. This is why I wait to see what the actual product is before they say things on paper that sound nice. In one instance, they say, we're listening to the community. And the next, they're like, hey, we're going to do this thing that isn't what you actually wanted, but we're going to make you think it's what you wanted, and we are listening to you. No, you're not. We just want the content and play it from beginning to the end. Why is it that every other game that has a season has immediate access to everything? Except for maybe the First Descendant, but they've learned their lesson, I think. I have to try the new season. But every other game that has seasons, majority of the content is ready to play the moment the season's out. I don't understand the concept of, hey, we're going to continue to maintain player retention by not letting you play how you want to play. It is so baffling. And based on the actual player population, it's not working. It's not working. It is so stupid, man. It's just frustrating when you care about a game and the company's like, hey, we care about what you say. You obviously don't. As Revenant nears its final act, which takes place in a Dracula castle-inspired fortress, the team reflects. Yeah, that's going to be the exotic mission, right? Let's be honest here. I called it. I said it's going to be just the paper-thin copy of Echoes. The exotic mission is going to take place. It's going to be like a Dracula, which is cool. Don't be wrong. The shotgun looks mid as hell. Like, conditional finality exists. It looks boring as hell, and it's probably going to be ass. I hope I'm wrong, but it looks like it's just ass. But at least maybe the exotic mission's enjoyable compared to Echoes, which I don't want to touch that mission again. The team reflects on feedback regarding the Echoes and Revenant story, as well as the desire for purpose in the post-Witness world. The first two episodes focused on Maya Sundaresh and her Echo of Command and the shadow of Vikral. These episodes aim to resolve key narrative threads from the Light and Darkness saga that weren't fully addressed in the final shape, such as the Kell of Kells and the aftermath of killing the Witness. What the fuck are you talking about? No one thought, man, Maya Sundaresh was such a big part of the story. I can't believe we didn't finish this storyline. Oh my God, I need that. No one knew who the fuck she was. No one. Listen, I'm dipping the tea. I'm breaking out the truth. I'm cracking the ice. Let's be honest here. This was a wife beater fan fiction story that no one wanted, no one likes. The population was almost nearly dead. It was a failure. She wasn't a good character. She wasn't a threat, and they didn't resolve it. We watched her just float away, and we did nothing. We don't have her Echo. Her Echo is wherever. So we didn't even resolve that. Vickrell, at least, is part of the main story, has a connection to Crow and Aldrin, tied to Forsaken. It was a massive part of the story. You would know if you didn't play it. I'm sorry, because it's not in the game anymore. But hey, Maya, wow, you went to a terminal and listened to her talk. She's such a huge part of the story. Bungie loves jerking themselves off as if, hey, we're making great stories. No, stop jerking yourself off. Your stories have been ass. And even I enjoy Vickrell, I enjoy Revenant, but there's a lot of people who don't. There's a lot who don't. And so I am the minority in that, but no one enjoyed Echoes. In Heresy, the story shifts to explore the Hive Pantheon and ancient Eldritch forces, closing the chapter on the Light and Darkness saga while setting the stage for Codename Apollo. This marks the beginning of a new purpose for the Guardian in the next saga. Wow! Holy crap! That sounds like it's actually having an impact on the story, and it's tied to the actual main narrative, and it's based on characters we've known for years. Wow! And we might actually get a conclusion. By the way, I just want to shout out, Revenant is just now picking up, and we are in the second act. So everything, we're just ramping. We're edging, barely edging, and so we're about to go to completion in one act. One act. That is the shittiest way to do a story. It's short and it's just shitty. Like characters you care about and you're rushing it? Seriously? Fuck off. On the last note, he mentions, on a personal note, this past November marked my 9th year at Bungie. I've seen Bungie and Destiny go through many changes over the last decade. Many of them are bad. What remains constant is the player community and the Destiny's team commitment and dedication to this one-of-a-kind space opera. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What? Space opera? Huh? What? I know I'm being facetious here, but like, why? We went from sci-fi story to now we're a space opera. Our drive to take Destiny to places we only could have imagined a decade ago. You are definitely doing that. You're taking it to the grave. It's appropriate that during Destiny 10th anniversary, we reshape the game so that we can continue the enduring legacy of this universe that millions of people call home. Millions? 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 Yeah, this is a perfect example of when Bungie gaslights you. There's not millions of people playing this game. Trust me, there's not. We're eternally grateful for our Guardians, for your passion and dedication to Destiny that enable us to chart a course to new frontiers. Man, your passion, our passion really is enabling you to try your best. You're doing a great job, Jim. You're doing a great job. I don't know, man. I am, it is, how do you, like, I can't put into words because it's so frustrating. We just had the whole issue with the Dawning being a hot mess with bugs after bugs. And this is not even the first time. We had Revenant having bugs. We've had Echoes where people couldn't even play the content that they purchased, like, or being soft locked. Like, there's so many consistently broken and buggy situations in this game. How do you have the audacity to say you're committed to player feedback, to making a better game? I have no faith in the future because the present sucks ass. I am very cynical about the future. I don't want it to die, but the more we continue on, the more things are broken, the more that like Wakegate came out, like just the more incompetencies, it makes me feel like I kind of want it to fail. I won't be 100. I kind of want Destiny to crash and burn. I want Sony to pull the plug because then I can let go, because it's very obvious I'm not willing to let go. I'm too invested. It's mental health issues. I'm a Stockholm syndrome, right? I can't walk away. So it obviously something has to happen that's outside of my control that forces me to leave. And so part of me just wants the game to just die, just finally ride off into the sunset and just die so that I can be free. But here we are, still passionate, still playing a game that doesn't deserve the passion and the patience. Compared to other games, like people like you and me who are still touching this game, We're saints, except for the ball fondlers who are blind. Like, they act like nothing's wrong with the game. But you know what I mean. We're way too patient with them, and we really should just walk away. But hey, the life we live. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. I will continue to provide news for you. That's the main thing I continue to do. It is mostly you. You guys are enabling me to continue to play, so I'm going to continue to bring news to you and react, because why not? And play, and I will give you my honest, brutally honest opinions, and that's all we do here at the Counselor's Office. No shade to the people that, you know, want to make a living off Destiny. I don't, but I will cover it for your beautiful faces. Until next time, have a good one.